It slipped out before I even realized what I was saying. Just one word, one name. And the second it left my mouth, I knew. Everything stopped. Not physically. The room didn't go quiet. The world didn't freeze. But inside me, everything dropped. Because I heard it. And I knew he heard it too. I tried to correct it immediately. I started. But it was too late. Because Daniel had already pulled back. Not dramatically, not suddenly. Just enough. Enough to create space. Enough to make it real. "What did you just say?" he asked. His voice wasn't loud. That would have been easier. It wasn't angry either. It was something worse, clear, certain, and completely focused. My heart started pounding so hard I could feel it in my chest. "I didn't mean," I said quickly. But the words felt thin, weak, because we both knew exactly what had just happened. "I said your name," I added. Too fast. Too forced. And the second I said it, I could tell he didn't believe me. Not even a little. Daniel stared at me. Not confused, not unsure. Just watching. Like he was waiting to see what I would do next. "What name did you say?" he asked. And that's when I realized something. This wasn't about what I said. It was about what I was about to do. Lie. Or tell the truth. And for a second, I didn't know which one I was going to choose. Because the truth would end everything. But the lie might too. "I said Daniel," I repeated. And the moment the words left my mouth, I knew I had made it worse. Because now, I wasn't just caught. I was doubling down. Daniel let out a slow breath. Then he shook his head slightly. "Say it again," he said. My stomach dropped. "What?" "My name," he said, his voice still calm. "Say it again." I hesitated. And that was it. That was the moment everything broke. Because I didn't say it immediately. Because I couldn't. And he saw that. He saw everything. "That's not what you said," he said quietly. I swallowed, because there was no point in pretending anymore. Not after that. Not after he had already figured it out. Silence filled the space between us. Heavy, unavoidable. And for the first time, I didn't try to fix it. I didn't try to explain. Because I knew. There was no explanation that mattered anymore. "Who is it?" he asked. That question felt heavier than anything else. Because it wasn't if. It was who. And that meant he already knew. "There's no one," I said automatically. The lie came out on instinct, but it didn't land. Not even close. Daniel gave a small, almost humorless laugh. "Don't do that," he said. And something about the way he said it, not angry, not emotional, just tired, made it worse. "Don't insult me like that." My chest tightened, because I realized something I hadn't before. This wasn't just about the name. This wasn't just about getting caught. This was about everything leading up to it. All the small things I thought he didn't notice. The distractions. The distance. The moments I pulled away without explaining why. He had noticed. He just didn't say anything. Until now. "How long?" he asked. His voice quieter this time, but somehow heavier. "A few months," I said. The truth. Because there was no point in lying anymore. Daniel nodded slowly, like he had expected it. Like this wasn't new information, just confirmation. "Is it serious?" he asked. That question caught me off guard, because I didn't have an answer. Because I hadn't thought about it like that. Because whatever it wasn't supposed to be real. It doesn't matter, I said. But even as I said it, I knew that wasn't true. It does matter, Daniel said. And for the first time, there was something in his voice. Not anger, but something close to it. Because you said his name like it mattered. That hit harder than anything else. Because he was right. I hadn't just slipped up. I had revealed something. Something I hadn't even fully admitted to myself. Silence filled the room again. But this time, it felt different. Like something had already been decided. I think you should go, Daniel said finally. My stomach dropped. What? I think you should go, he repeated. Not louder, just clearer. Take a few days, stay with someone. That wasn't what I expected. Not yelling, not leaving, just distance. And somehow, that felt worse. I don't want to fight about this, he continued, his voice steady again. Not like this. I nodded slowly, because I didn't know what else to do. Because I knew he wasn't asking. He was done. I packed a bag that night. Not much, just enough. And when I left, he didn't stop me, didn't say anything, didn't even look up. And that was the moment it felt real. Not when I said the wrong name, not when he asked, but when I walked out and he let me. The next few days were quiet. Too quiet. No calls, no texts, nothing. And the silence forced me to think. Really think. About what I had done. About how I got there. And about what I actually wanted. Because for the first time, I didn't have anything to distract me from it. I saw Marcus once during that time, and it felt different. Not exciting, not easy, just off. Because whatever I thought it was, didn't feel worth it anymore. Didn't feel real enough to justify what it had cost. I think we should stop, I told him. He didn't argue, didn't try to convince me otherwise, which somehow made it clearer. This wasn't something real. It was just something temporary, something easy, and I had traded something real for it. A week later, Daniel called. Can you come by? He asked. His voice calm, neutral. I knew what that meant. When I got there, the house felt different. Quieter, like something was missing. Daniel was sitting at the table, a folder in front of him. I didn't need to ask what it was. I've been thinking, he said. I nodded. Me too. He looked at me, and for a moment, I thought I saw something there. Something familiar. But it was gone just as quickly. I don't think I can move past this, he said. And just like that, it was over. Not dramatically, not emotionally, just clearly. I understand, I said. Because I did. Because I knew if it were the other way around, I wouldn't be able to either. We signed the papers a few weeks later. No fight, no argument, just an ending. And in the end, that's what stayed with me. Not the arguments that never happened, not the things we didn't say, but the moment it all started falling apart. Because it wasn't when he asked. It wasn't when I admitted it. It was that 1 second, that one word, when I said the wrong name. And everything after that was just the consequence.